Welcome to this Improver's Waltz improvisation dance video about the 360-degree turn to the right. Learning tips including health and safety advice are in the description. Here's a quick preview of what we're going to do. It's called a 360-degree turn and that's basically what it is. There we go. We're starting to oh look, we've turned all the way around and now we're going forwards again. We are learning one thing in this lesson, which is a turn to the right, so you could easily find yourself practicing it too many times and getting dizzy, so be careful, take a big break if you need to, lots of breaks, and don't turn too many times at once, all that kind of stuff. My recommendation is always to do a warm-up before a lesson, and a good warm-up is just to enjoy a dance or two. If you do that before this lesson, I would look out for when the leader is stepping forward on the right on the first beat of the bar, because that's going to be a key moment in the dance when we do the new thing that we're learning in this lesson. Leader's footwork for turn to the right. Andy's going to take your role, so you can basically copy Andy. So just watch the first one, as Andy's going to. I'm going to start with my left, and 1, 2, 3, then I turn to the right, backwards continue turning, then carry on. And I've run out of room. I'll do that one more time, and I'm going to call my feet, and I'll call the first foot of each bar. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, so keeps alternating. Andy, should we break it down? So let's do 3 basics starting with the left. And left, right, left, and stop. So apologies for breaking it down, so I know it doesn't suit some people, but it's a good way of explaining it. We're going to step forward with the right, 1. Then we're going to step sideways with the left, 2, and then we're going to close with the right, 3. The left foot is now ready to go backwards. We've got to go backwards because we're traveling that way. So go back with the left, and then we continue swinging round with the right, and then we close with the left, and then we can go forwards with the right, right, left, right. Let's do that again. We'll break it down again. I'll go a little bit faster, but not much. Remember to use replay button if you need to. Forward with the left, go left, right, left, and stop. So we're aiming to kind of turn this way, so we're going to go right, right, sideways with the left, close with the right, make sure that's a clear step. We're now going to go backwards with the left, and then kind of sideways with the right, close with the left, then forwards with the right, forwards with the left. Let's do that one more time. With the left forward, let's go now. Left, right, left. Head this way, right, back with the left, forward with the right. Let's do that again. And I'm going to speak less, so there'll be less support in terms of the words, but I'm going to try and really stamp with my feet so you can hear the timing. Let's go now. Left, right, left, right, backwards, left, forwards, right, left. Let's do that again with the stamping one more time because a lot of people find that really useful. Let's go now. Left, right, left, right, backwards left, forwards right. Just to emphasize, I'm stamping so you can see and hear it. Don't actually stamp yourself. It's just for me so you can hear it. Now let's remember to use the replay button. You can repeat the exercises that are most useful for you. We'll do it one more time and I'll just call left and right and then that'll be there. Let's go now. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, and obviously it continues. And just to emphasize one last thing, why did we do 3 basics before it? Just because it was kind of useful for the exercise. It's just whatever. When you're actually dancing, you can do that turn whenever you like. You don't have to do all those steps before it and stuff. But wait, that's not all, because leaders, you're going to be turning around and the followers are going to be turning around at the same time. So don't muscle memory that too much yet, because you need to do it with a partner and get a feeling for when you can take different size steps and fit with your partner. I've seen 2 good approaches to learning this move for the follower. One approach is that the follower never even sees the move. So what you do is you split your class in 2, you send the followers to one side, leaders to the other. You just do some lead-follow work with the followers or some other technical work, maybe something that sort of relates to this, while the leaders practice the move. So followers, what I might do if I was separating the class, I might get the followers to really work at their following and being open to stepping forwards and backwards in preparation for this. Because followers, you don't actually need to know these steps. The second option is that you do actually, as a follower, step through the same steps. There's pros and cons to both approaches. Do you know what? If you want to have a go at followers not learning the steps, just fast forward this bit, but I'm going to put this in because that way, because you can't put something in if it's not here. So you can go with either. Let's do the turn to the right, follower footwork. I think this is not so important to learn because you can take the lead. The leader will be guiding you round. You don't really need to know the steps. But as a beginner, especially if you're learning with another beginner, it can be supportive if you know what the steps should feel like. That can help. Remember, you may turn more or less than this eventually with your partner. So this is a guide, but you're not going to do exactly this when you're with your partner. You need to fit with your partner. You might be wondering what those chairs are for. They're so that we can demonstrate something later on to do with the stepping. We're going to do it all the way through so you can watch it. Let's start with the right, probably just watch, and back with the right, back with the left, back with the right, and we go back and turn, and then forward and round our partner, and then back with the left, and back with the right. So that's what the chair's for. It's an imaginary partner for part way through because I'll be emphasizing that we need to step around our partner. Let's do that again and break it down. Back with the right, go. 3, 2, 1, and stop. So we're going to break down the stepping. Let's go back with the left. And then we kind of go sideways with the right. And then we close with the left. So that's our 3. We're now going to go forward with the right. We now need to get around our partner because that's the scenario we'll be in later. So really with the second step, get around your partner and then close, and then we can just continue with the basic. Back with the left, back with the right, and so on. Let's just do that one more time, breaking it down. Remember, you can use the replay button if you want more practice. Back with the right, go. 3, 2, 1, and stop. So we're going to go back with the left, then we're going to turn, then we're going to close, then we're going to go forwards with the right, and then we're going to get round our imaginary partner, then we're going to close, and then we can carry on. Back with the left, back with the right. I'd like to finish off by doing that full speed again, because you might want to have a join in with that now. Back with the right, go. Back with the right, back with the left, back with the right, and back, and turn forward, round your partner, then carry on. So if the follower began the move by stepping back with the left foot, the leader must have stepped forwards with the right foot. Some of you might be wondering, hang on a sec, when I'm here and I've finished the move, why do I step back with the left? I thought followers always start stepping back with the right. The key word there is start. That's at the start of the dance or when you restart. And even then you don't necessarily start with the right, but it's just kind of a habit that a lot of people do. But we've just done a move and we just happen to be about to step with the left. So that's why we're starting with the left afterwards at that point. So that is correct. You should be finished. You should, after you finish the move, step with the left. We're going to do it one more time, and I'm going to stamp the steps so you can really hear the rhythm. You don't need to stamp like me. Back with the right. Let's go now. Now that you've had a go on your own, let's look at an issue about when to take big and when to take small steps. Leaders start with the left, followers start with the right. You can join or watch. Let's just do our 3-step basic. And step, step, step. So we're now at the start. We're a little bit apart. I've done this on purpose to really accentuate what we need to do. Debbie, where do I need to be after the next 3 steps? I need to be over there, the other side of Debbie. So am I going to be taking the same size steps as Debbie, smaller steps, or bigger steps? It's going to have to be bigger steps, isn't it? Because I've got to get all the way around. So for Debbie to make my life easier, Debbie could take smaller steps. So I'm going to get Debbie to take nice small steps where I take bigger steps. So it's kind of going to a little bit of a hold here. So I'm about to step with the right. Debbie's about to step with the left. And step, step, step. So I've kind of reached around there. We've got 3 more steps remaining because I'm about to step with the left, Debbie's about to step with the right. Where's Debbie got to end up? Debbie's got to end up over there. So are we going to take the same size steps? Is Debbie going to take smaller or bigger steps? Obviously, Debbie's going to take bigger steps. So how can I help Debbie? I can take smaller steps. And by the way, I can also kind of step to the side. But anyway, let's take those steps. And 1, 2, 3. Back to where we started. We'll do that again. And just look at how the length of steps vary. So let's just take left, right for the leader, right for the follower, just to get started. And step, step, step. Oh, Debbie's going to take small steps. I'm going to take big steps. And 1, 2, 3. The leader's going to take small steps. The follower's going to take big steps. And 1, 2, 3. And then we could just carry on. We're just going to do that real time so you can sort of see what's happening. We'll start with a sort of basic leader starting with the left, follower starting with the right. I'm going to call the leader's steps in case that helps. And left, right, left, right, left, right, and so on. Some teachers may be watching this going, oh my goodness, Duncan's teaching beginners, beginners improvers to do a 360-degree turn. That's crazy. Okay? Let's just say there's different ways of teaching turns in Waltz. So I've gone for 360 because in my experience, my students kind of go, yeah, I've got to kind of end up facing the way I was before, which fundamentally makes it a lot easier. Plus, although this is really awkward, we can then kind of soften it later on. So just flagging that up, because this might be contradicting things you learned elsewhere, or if you're a teacher watching this, because the Ticket to Dance resource is not just for students, it's for teachers as well. There's going to be more in the teacher notes discussing this aspect of teaching this move and what is the best approach. So let's just walk normally. So let's start with the left, because we always start with the left in the lesson. It just means I think it helps us get used to doing things in the same place. Let's go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Oh, so now I'm ready to step with the right, and 1, 2, 3. Now ready to step with the left, and 1, 2, 3. Now, we're going to do a clockwise turn, well, we're probably going to start it on the right. Let's say we're going to start it on the right. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to head this way with my right leg. 1, 2, 3. So I'm now facing the other way. So I've done like 180 degrees. Let's try that again. With the right foot. Do you want the warm-ups or go straight into it? We're going to go straight into it. So we're going to go on the right, 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. So I'm now ready to step my left foot because I've taken 3 steps. What would now happen is we want to keep going this way because we were going that way earlier. So I'm going to have to step backwards. So what actually happens now is I go like this. Back, 2, 3. And I'm ready to step with the right foot. And then we can just keep going forwards. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's do the whole thing, but with warm-up steps first. We're going to repeat this twice, I think, with sort of breakdowns. Forward with the left, let's go now. 1, 2, 3, stop. Forward with the right, and 1, 2, 3. Forward with the left, and 1, 2, 3. I'm exaggerating my footwork a bit. We're now going to go into that turn, try and do 180, and right, left, right. I'm now ready to step with the left. I'm going to step backwards first because I want to keep traveling this way, and left, right, left. So I'm now ready to step with the right. Let's carry on going forwards, and right, left, right. So it should have been with the right on that last one. So let's do that again. Forward with the left, let's go now. Left, keep going, right, keep going, left, and stop. So about step with the right, we're going to go into the turn, right, and right, left, right. We're now going to step with the left, and left, right, left. We're now going to step with the right, going forwards. Right, left, right, left, right, left. You could just carry on. Brilliant. So you got the 6 there, you came out on the correct foot. That was good. Excellent. Andy says it feels natural. That sounds good. I recommend just replaying that. I'm going to go all the way through without stopping. So join in or watch. I'm going to do it 3 times. And I'll just keep calling the feet. Start with the left. Let's go now. Left, bum, ba-dum, right, bum, ba-dum, left, bum. Turn, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Let's do that again. I'm aware I started calling slightly differently during the turn. Hopefully that was helpful. I won't change the way I call it this time for different learning styles. Let's start with the left. Let's go now. Left, right, left, turn now. Right, left, right. Followers footwork. Let's start with our right foot. Reason being, it's good to just keep starting with the same foot during the lessons. Helps us, I think it helps with muscle memory and getting a feeling for when you can do different things. So let's go right, left, right, and right, left, right. And I'm exaggerating my feet a bit so you can see them. I'm now going to step with the left, and left, right, left. I'm now going to step with the right, and right, left, right. I'm now going to turn with my left foot, and I'm going to kind of turn like this. I'm aiming to be facing this way, watch. Left, right, left. I'm now ready to step with the right, so I can then turn again, right, left, right. Back to where we started. We've done the turn. We're ready to carry on. You're going to be dancing around with your partner. It's not going to exactly work like this. You're going to have to get a feeling for when to take big and small steps, but this is the general idea. Let's do it again. Let's do basic and keep going. Start with the right. Let's go now. Right, left, bum, bottom, right, and stop. About to step with the left. We're going to step backwards and then turn. So the backwards is start of the turn as well. And back, turn, turn. Then we're going to go forwards, turn, turn. We're kind of turning already. And forwards, turn, turn. We're now ready to start with the left foot. And back with the left. Back with the right. We're going to do that twice through. without stopping. Let's start with, oh, by the way, and we're doing a certain number of steps. It doesn't have to be this number of steps. It's just, I just keep doing the same ones so we can practice together more easily. Let's start with the right. Let's go now. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Turn on the left, turn on the right, back on the left, back on the right, back on the left, because you just carry on and on there like that. Let's do it one more time. Let's start going back with the right now. Back on the right, back on the left, back on the right, and back and turn, forward with the right and turn, back with the left, back with the right. Notice the pattern just continued over and over again of first we step with the right, then we step with the left, then we step with the right, then we step with the left, then we step with the right, and so on and so on. So even though we're doing a fancy move, the stepping still carries on the same. We're going to dance a 360-degree turn to the right along a line, angle to the camera so that you can see the length of the step. Partly because there's not space in front of the camera, the leader's going to start with the right, the follower's going to start with the left, which is unusual. We're doing it so you can see the whole step in front of the camera. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's do that again. I'm going to do it in slow motion. Slow motion can make it awkward to see some of the bits, some of the flow, but it makes the steps clearer. The first step is just forwards for the leader, backwards for the follower. Not much happening there. Then I'm going to try and step round. So the follower's going to help me by not stepping very far because it makes it easier for me to get round. 2. And then the third step is just kind of a close. We're now just going to step this way, leader backwards, follower forwards, nothing particularly special there. Then the follower's going to try and get round, which means I take a tiny step because that helps the follower get round me. And then we just kind of close. 3, and then we could have just carried on. We can do it again full speed. So again, unusually, I'm going to start with the right, leader starting with the right, follower starting with the left, and we're going to do it just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we could carry on. So you probably saw both of us struggling a bit with trying to start on a funny foot, so apologies, I know that's a bit strange, but it's all good practice. So the important thing there is, we'll do it one more time to emphasize, the first step's not important. Who takes the big step here? Answer the leader, because the leader's trying to get round, so therefore who takes a small step? The follower. And then the third step of this set of 3, just whatever. Leader backwards, follower forwards, maybe start the turn a bit. Now, who takes a big step? The follower, because the follower's trying to get past me. Who takes a small step? The leader, because I'm then making it easier for the follower. Step 3, and then we can carry on. Debbie and I are going to dance down this wall, and then we're going to do a turn to the right. And we're going to look at an issue that can develop. So probably just watch rather than join in. So let's maybe just watch this one. I'm going to start with the left. Let's go now. Left. So that's 1, 2, 3. We're going to do the turn. 1, 2. Has this happened to you yet? It happens to me a lot. If we do a 360-degree turn, we're kind of aiming to be facing that way. But we're not. We didn't turn far enough. So what could we do? Suppose we did want to carry on that way. We could just do this. Step on the spot, gently drifting round and gently going forwards, and then you can carry on. Let's do it again, and I'll just carry on. You might be thinking, but doesn't he want to go over there? We'll talk about that in a moment. Let's start now. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do the turn now. 1, 2, 3, 2. Oh, we didn't get far enough. We'll just step on the spot, gently drifting forward. Then we can carry on. And we were pretending that the wall wasn't in the way. So, if you don't get all the way around, hey, it's fine. It happens to me all the time. You just gently come out of it. Dancing on the spot. You might think of it as a spiral. We're going to do it again, and we're then going to carry on along that wall. Because fascinating fact, if you turn to the right and you don't get round and you're in a corner, that's brilliant because then you can carry on down the next line. Let's start on the left, go. 1, 2, 3, we're going to turn. 1, 2, 3, 2. Oh, we didn't go all the way around, but that's fine because we can now go down the next wall. We're going to carry on and then we'll show you in the next corner as well. So I'm going to turn to the right, then carry on, and then just go down here. See, we've underturned it so that we can carry on along the next wall. Just to finish it off, we'll demonstrate one more time with the full 360, just so you can see how the tight footwork can get you round. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, turn, continue. Oh look, you can actually get around if you keep it really tight, but it depends. Maybe it doesn't fit your body or whatever. Final thought, I like to vary it anyway, so I might not turn all the way around. If there's an obstacle, maybe there's a couple doing a really fancy move and I need to kind of really tuck into the wall, I might purposely position myself so that then I can just kind of tuck in past them and stuff. So you can turn different amounts to get around the floor. I've now got my back to the camera. The reason is so that you can see where we're stepping in terms of on and off the line. What do I mean by the line? In many dances we dance on a line. Some jive moves, there are versions of jive called things like East Coast and West Coast swing. Depending on when you're watching this video, how far into the future from me recording this, there are moves in many versions of modern jive which dance on a line. Sometimes it's called mambo basic. If you're dancing something like salsa or another Latin dance, you might do a crossbody lead. In all of these cases, what often happens is, on the line, you're trying to swap places. So how on earth can we swap places? I can't magically dance through Debbie. So either I've got to go around Debbie, or Debbie can help me and step slightly out of the way. Why did I just compare it to all the other dances? Because if by chance you've learnt any of those other dances, or another dance where you have to dance in a straight line and curve, for example, things like polka and stuff like that, you're already going to be familiar, and hopefully that helps. You go, oh, all the same skills, I can use them. And maybe that, even if you haven't, is starting to make sense. So, I think there's a big responsibility on the person to get out of the way, and it makes it much easier. This also addresses one of the other issues that can crop up, which is that 360 degrees seems ambitious, especially for new dancers. Right, so let's just do our first 3 steps, and 1, 2, 3. Leads raised step with the right, follows raised step with the left. Watch how Debbie gets out of my way so that I can get through. And 1, 2, 3. I'm now going to get out of Debbie's way with my left foot so that she can get through. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Now, you can't feel it, but Debbie and I think that probably felt really easy. Because we were really exaggerating that, which makes it super easy. We're going to do that a couple of times now. You might want to join in, you might want to watch, you might want to sort of replay a bit. And we're going to talk about the feet a bit. Leader left, follower right, 3-step basic now. And 1, 2, 3. Now watch Debbie's left foot and how it steps out of the way over here so that I can then get through on the following steps. 3, 2, 1, and step, step, step. Now watch my left foot as it gets out of the way, and step, step, step. And then we can carry on. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Let's do that one more time, just so you can watch our feet. Leaders start with the left, followers start with the right, and step, step, step. Debbie's going to step out with our left foot as I step through with my right, and step, step, step. I'm going to step out of the way with my left as Debbie steps through with her right. Step, step, step. And then we can carry on. And that's one of the ways to make the 360 degree turn much easier. There are costs, there's pros and cons. The con of really stepping out of the way is that you don't travel very far. But the pro is it makes it easier. So kind of whatever works for you. Now that I've been dancing for a long time, I tend not to actually step out of the way probably at all. And instead, I use kind of really aggressive floor work with my feet and turning on the balls of the feet and allowing the feet to slide along the floor to enable the turn to happen even though I'm not stepping out of the way. But is stepping out of the way an important skill? I think it is. Do I still use it? Yes. I'll use it if I'm in a really confined space. And I'll also use it to try and overturn. What do I mean by that? I mean, if I start here, watch what happens if I overturn it. 1, 2, 3, out of the way. If I really, really step out of the way, the follower might be able to go so far around we end up doing over 360 degrees. So the skill's still useful. And that might be useful if I'm just trying to catch up because I've ended up facing a really weird way on the dance floor or something like that. Generally, the long-term aim with these turns is that I just think of them as sets of 3 steps that I can drop in wherever I like. If I'm traveling backwards, I might drop in 3 of the steps just to straighten myself up. If I'm traveling in a straight line, I might just forwards, I might drop in 3 steps just to apply a bit of turn in a nice way. And finally, quick thought, this is very, very similar to the footwork for a polka or a Viennese waltz. So as a bonus, if you can nail that and just play with the timing a bit, you've got 2 bonus dances you just learned for nothing from that technique there.
Let's highlight something which is kind of potential for the future in your dancing, which is you can always chop up things and to change them. So for example, with this move, you might only do the first 3 steps, which means you end up backwards on the dance floor. A lot of potential there to do other things afterwards. Something for the future in your dancing. Thanks for watching. This is one of a series of nearly 50 lessons that create a complete partner dance learning experience. The video description and my website have lots more information to help.